Okay, fine. Thank you, guys. And yeah, thanks, Ashok. So before we start our session, let me just take this opportunity to wish you all a very happy Republic Day. And let's unite in love and respect of our nation, friends, and let's build a stronger and a brighter future for ourselves. Okay, and thanks a lot actually for joining today. Today is Sunday, and the second thing is it's a Republic Day, so it's not so easy to come for a you know, class actually, right? Let's say demo or webinar, whatever, but it's just a session, right? So it's not so easy to come. So I'm very thankful for you for coming here. Okay, so let us keep this session as short as possible and as, simple as possible actually. Okay, so see, before we go deep into the webinar, let me just tell you one thing clear here. That is, there is a very simple protocol we need to follow here, friends. That is, whenever you have any doubts here, whenever you have any questions with you, please try to send your questions in the chat box. Chat box is always open, not only for today, till the end of our course or till the end of our package. The chat box will be available for you. So whenever you have any questions or doubts, feel free to send your questions in the chat box. It will be very easy for me to address each and every question. Okay. And at the end of the session, if you have to talk to me directly, you can simply unmute yourself and you can talk to me directly. Okay, friends. So this is one basic, protocol we'll just try to maintain here because, we will record every session here actually. The recording of the session has already started and we will record each and every session and we will share all the recordings with our students. So there's the reason I'm just trying to keep every session nice and clean actually. If there is some disruption in between, things may not work out so well. So any question, any doubt, please send your questions in the chat box so that we can have very well organized sessions. Okay, fine. Now, so this webinar, is majorly for the network administration, the CCNA and the Red Hat and the Windows Server administration. Probably these are some of the courses which are there for last 4 decades actually. If you go back in 1990s, in 1990s also we used to have course like CCNA, course like Red Hat Server Administration, and there were Windows Server Administration. So from 1990s till 2025, 4 decades, nearly 4 decades, these courses are in demand. So just imagine how good these courses are and how important these courses are there for the IT industry, my friend. Okay, so let us try to understand what is CCNA and what is Red Hat Server Administration, what we are learning in it, and what are the job opportunities and why we need to learn. If these are so old courses, see, when I say these are the courses available from 1990s, it does not mean the syllabus is also there from 1990s. No, the syllabus will change, the syllabus will evolve, the technology will evolve there, right? What I'm trying to show you here is, I just want to say these technologies are in demand for last many decades and for coming many more decades to come, this technology will be in demand for sure. Okay, there is no, alternate for networks. There is no alternate solution for servers and all those things. So probably you will be using a server or you will be using some networking devices for rest of your life. Without this, there is no technology in my friend. Okay, so let us try to understand in a simple and easy way what is the CCNA and what is this Red Hat Server Administration and where exactly it will take us in our career. Okay, so what I did here is I have just taken some questions actually, some questions that I'll get every time in my demo, every time in the webinars, I'll get the same questions. So I have just copied these questions and I'll just try to answer this question in the simplest and the easiest way. And beside these questions, if you have any other question from your side, feel free to send your question in chat box at any time. Okay. Now let us see what is CCNA. One of the most, famous question or one of the most searched question on the internet is what is CCNA and is it mandatory or is it needed to learn CCNA in 2024 or let us say now in 2025? Because if you go back in history, CCNA course is there from 1990s, right? It's a very old technology. So is it still mandatory to learn the CCNA? Now listen, my friend. In a simple way, I can say yes. CCNA is one of the best way in which you can start your career in IT industry. Okay. Now CCNA stands for Cisco Certified Network Associate. Cisco is a company that started providing these certifications actually. Cisco Certified Network Associate. When you talk about some companies in IT which are very famous for many years or many decades, you know about Microsoft, you know about IBM, Dell, Google, Oracle, hmm, Amazon, all these companies, right? Now, with these companies, if you want to add one more company, that will be Cisco actually. Cisco is such a big company, my friend. Cisco has done many things in the networking field. Cisco is one of the most famous companies that manufacture networking devices like routers, switches, and firewalls. When you talk about Microsoft, Microsoft is majorly famous for the server operating systems and the client operating systems. When you talk about, let us say, Amazon, Amazon is majorly famous for cloud computing. Okay. And when you go with the Cisco is very famous for providing networking services like manufacturing and, building the network infrastructure, the internet, the local area network. So we simply cannot imagine internet and our company's network without the Cisco. This is such a big company, my friend. So what this company will do, they will provide you a lot of certifications. They'll provide you a lot of courses. So the first and the most important course that Cisco offers you is actually CCNA. Got it? It is your CCNA. CCNA, like I said, CCNA can be one of the most significant steps you can take actually towards a big and a bright career in technology industry. Normally, people just try to go and learn something like cyber security, and they're just trying to learn cloud computing or DevOps or ethical hacking. Okay, fine. Whatever names I have mentioned here, these are the technologies which are in great demand. But my friend, to learn any of this technology like cloud computing or cyber security or whatever things I have said here, one of the mandatory skills you should know is the CCNA. What you do in CCNA, what you learn in CCNA will definitely help you in cloud computing, will definitely help you in DevOps and cyber security and everything. So if you just start directly from cyber security or directly in the cloud computing, my friend, things will be more difficult for you. It's not so easy to learn those technologies which are without having proper understanding of the network fundamentals, or without having the proper understanding of the IP addressing or the routing or how the internet works or how the devices works, how the communication is happening, how the data is transferred between two networks or two devices. Without having the knowledge of these things, you simply cannot learn a latest technology. So CCNA will be definitely useful for you. I did my CCN actually in 2008, 2009, around 15, 16 years before, and it becomes CCNA certified person in the year 2010 or 2011, I think. 14 years before I did my CCNA certification, the online certification. After CCNA certification, I have done many other technologies. I have, learned many other technologies like, cyber security, like security in a way, or cloud computing, or virtualization, okay, Linux servers, Windows servers, and many more things. Whenever I start any technology, that technology will simply take me back to CCNA. I remember 2016 when I started my cloud journey, cloud computing journey. 2016-17, actually, it was the time when cloud computing was in more demand. It started getting more momentum actually in 2016-17. Okay, actually, cloud computing is there from 2006, but it took around 10, 12 years for the cloud computing to gather more momentum. So when I started my cloud computing, the first module in cloud computing is something called VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. With VPC, the Virtual Private Cloud is literally based on your computer networks. And where you learn about computer networks, you learn about computer networks in CCNA. So that module was so easy for me to understand that, I've already done my CCNA. I've already got certified in the CCNA. So learning cloud computing was quite easy for me. At least one module was more easier for me to learn because, all the traces were taking back me to CCNA only. Okay, so I repeat again, whatever new technologies are there, my friend, cloud computing, cyber security, DevOps, server administrator, okay, learning about the networks, local area network, wide area network, internet, public network, private network, everything you're going to learn in CCNA. The protocols, what you have, TCP protocol, UDP protocol, ICMP protocol, HTTP protocol, DNS protocol, TFTP protocol, SSH protocol, everything you're going to learn in the CCNA course, my friend. So people who are working at very big positions in companies, normally we see people, okay, someone is working in a company, he or she is getting 25 lakhs per annum. In India, earning 25 lakhs per annum, 30 lakhs per annum is quite good, right? So when you see those people, we feel like, okay, what exactly the work that person is doing? So someone can say like he's on cloud or he's in DevOps or he's in cybersecurity. So just try to go and learn cybersecurity directly. But friends, when you see the history of that person actually who is working as a cybersecurity guy earning 25 lakhs per annum, or the cloud engineer who is earning 20 lakhs per annum, or a DevOps admin who is earning 25 lakhs per annum, if you see the history, that person has started the career from CCNA and the Linux servers. That person has started learning CCNA Linux administration. Hardly you see any person who is in the higher position without having the knowledge of Linux servers and CCNA. So this is the place to start your career in this IT industry, my friend. Okay, I hope you understood now what is CCNA. CCNA is a course offered by Cisco, and it is such an important course in IT that literally person who are successful in this IT industry. Successful means they are working on good positions, getting good salaries and packages. They have more options and more offers them. So these people have started their career from learning CCNA and learning your Linux server administration. Okay, fine. Now, let us go to the next question. The next question here is, who is eligible for the CCNA? Who can learn the CCNA course actually? My friend, the best thing about the CCNA and the Linux administration is there are no prerequisites here. You are a fresher, you just completed your master's or bachelor's. Anything in bachelor's, it doesn't matter. If you have just completed your bachelor's, you're 100% eligible to learn this particular course. What we start in this course or what we learn in this course, we are learning from scratch. The fundamentals of computer networks, the basics of computer networks. We'll start from those basics actually. So there are no prerequisites to learn these courses. Any person who is interested in making a great career in this technology industry, they are more than welcome to kickstart their career in the CCNA course and the Linux administration, obviously. So there are no pre-requirements, my friend. Okay. Now, the next very common question that I'll get is what to learn in CCNA? What exactly the CCNA teach us, or what exactly is the syllabus in CCNA? See, coming to syllabus, my friend, you can get the syllabus in great details. Hopefully, management will share the syllabus to you through mail or through WhatsApp number. Okay, but as of now, let me just try to put some basic modules here. So when you go and learn the CCNA, you will start learning from the network fundamentals. This is one of the most basic thing you should know. Network fundamentals. In network fundamentals, we learn, okay, what is a physical network? What is the network architecture? What are the devices we use? What are the protocols we use? How the communication is happening? All the things we learn in the network fundamentals. Okay. Now, then there is something called OSI and TCP IP model. I have seen many people who have already completed some courses in cloud or some courses in DevOps or some courses in cyber security. But when we ask a question to them regarding OSI model and TCP IP model, they cannot answer. This is one of the reasons why they are not selected for a job. I repeat, this is one of the major reasons why they are not selected for a job. Whenever you face interview, my friend, the initial rounds, what we face in interviews, or initial questions, what we get in interviews, will be from the CCNA syllabus as well as from the Linux syllabus. If you are able to cross this particular level, then only you can reach the higher levels, right? Like, when you play a video game, you're not playing the game directly in 10th level or 15th level. You need to start from level 1 and slowly you are increasing your levels. So one of the major reason across the globe why people are not getting jobs after learning technologies which are in more demand today, like cloud computing and cyber security. Why they are not getting jobs? Because they started learning cloud computing directly. They started learning cyber security directly without having proper understanding of the network fundamentals, without having proper understanding of the TCP IP models. Okay. Then, we learn something called IP addressing in great details, my friend. Whenever I take AWS classes, actually, in AWS classes, I will go with IP addressing and the advanced part of IP addressing for, let's say, 3 classes. I don't know, my friend, 3 classes are no way sufficient to learn a concept like IP addressing and the advanced IP addressing. And without understanding the concept of IP addressing and advanced IP addressing, you're not complete cloud administrator or a complete DevOps administrator or a complete cyber security administrator. So what we do in CCNA is we spend around 7 classes learning IP addressing and the advanced part of IP addressing from the basic till the advanced level. Now the question here is, do we need 7 classes to learn about IP addressing and subnetting and VLSM and FLSM and all those things? If 7 classes are not sufficient, my friend, I'll go with the 8th class also. I'll make sure you learn about this IP concept perfectly, because for rest of our career, wherever we move, cloud or servers or cyber security or wherever we move, the concept of IP address will remain with us for sure, my friend. Without IP, we cannot work on any of the technologies what I have mentioned in last 10 minutes. So if not 7 classes, I will go with the 8th class. I'll make sure after 1 week or 8 days of this IP addressing sessions in our CCNA, you can say proudly like, okay, I know the IP address concept now. And for rest of the life, the IP address concept will remain same and you'll be using IP address literally in every technology. So this is one major focus actually. I can say one thing. CCNA we can divide in 3 modules actually. So one is your IP addressing module. And the second module I can say here is actually routing module. Routing means, how the communication is happening over the internet, how the routers are making communication, what protocols we are using. Okay. And there are many more things we need to learn. Routing will take around 10 to 12 classes. It's not like 1 or 2 day topic here. Routing will take 10 to 12 classes actually. This is the second module. And the third module is switching. These are the 3 major modules we have in our CCNA: IP addressing, routing, and switching. There are many more topics actually. I'm not going through the topics as of today, but there are many more topics we need to learn in routing and many more topics we need to learn in switching. And in the same way, we can add security concepts also here. We can add virtualization concepts also here. We can have some discussion on automation also. So there are many more things we will be learning here. But if I talk about 3 major modules, IP addressing, routing, and switching are indeed the 3 major modules of CCNA. So what we learn in IP addressing, kindly go through the syllabus. What we learn in routing and switching, again, please kindly go through the syllabus. We'll get all the details here. Got it? I hope the 3 questions are answered clearly. I hope you understood what exactly is CCNA, who is eligible for CCNA, and what we are going to learn in CCNA. Now, what next after CCNA? Can I get a job only on CCNA? Remember, I did my CCNA in 2008-9. I became certified in 2011. There was a time, 2010-11, where people used to get job only on CCNA. People used to get job only on computer hardware actually. Forget about CCNA and Linux servers. That was the time then. But today, 2025, can we get a job only on CCNA? Answer is no. No company is expecting you to, provide a job only on CCNA. You should not expect any company like that. Companies are expecting you to learn 2 technologies, at least 2 technologies. So one is the network administration, that is CCNA, and the other one is your server administration, that is Linux. So if you know both the technologies, then you will get probably job in literally every company on the face of the earth. You will be needed in every company in the face of the earth. These 2 courses are parallel, my friend. They're not, different technologies. What we learn in CCNA, many things will be related to you in Linux. What you learn in Linux, many things will be related to you in CCNA. So what next after CCNA? After CCNA, if you just start writing here, what next after CCNA? This particular webinar will not be sufficient actually, but let me just try to write some basic things here. Once you do your CCNA, then you are eligible for something called CCNP and CCIE. Cisco offers you courses in 3 levels: CCNA, CCNP, and CCIE. CCNA is the associate level, CCNP is the professional level, and CCIE is the expert level. That is one of the top course you can do actually in the IT industry. And in 2013, actually, I did my CCIE. 2013 January, I did my CCI. CCI, there are actually 2 examinations. One is your practical, one is your theory. I did only theory exam actually, CCI theory exam 10, 12 years before, not practical, because then I moved into some other technologies and some other stuff. But anyhow, I did till CCIE, NANPIE. Now this CCNA, CCNP, CCIE is actually called as routing and switching. We are learning about routers and switches, right? So it is routing and switching. But my friend, CCNA, CCNP, CCIE, and Cisco is the company that provides you these courses. And Cisco is such a big company, my friend. It is such a popular company in computer networks that it will not offer you only these 3 courses. Beside this, they will offer you courses related to Security. Security in CCNA, CCNP, CCIE. Hmm? Service provider. Service provider in CCNA, CCNP, CCIE. Okay. Wireless technology. Wireless technology in CCNA, CCNP, CCIE. Data center. Data center technology in CCNA, CCNP, CCIE. Something called voice and collaboration, again in CCNA, CCNP, CCIE. So, when you talk about wireless, how important is wireless for us? When you talk about data center, can we imagine any company without a data center? Can you talk about security? What is service provider? The internet service provider. Without these people, there is no internet actually. Okay. And coming to CCNA, that is what we are learning here, CCNA routing and switching. This is mandatory for you to learn to go to any of this particular career, my friend. Any of this particular career, what we learn here is mandatory, that is CCNA routing and switching. Now, these are the courses that are offered by Cisco. Now, listen carefully, my friend. Beside these courses or beside these technologies, if you want to go in server admin part, that is your Windows server and Linux server, again, CCNA is mandatory. If you want to go with cloud computing, CCNA is mandatory. If you want to go with cyber security, knowledge of CCNA is mandatory. Okay. If you want to go with ethical hacking, knowledge of CCNA is mandatory. If you want to go with DevOps, knowledge of CCNA is mandatory. I'm not saying you have to do this certification. I'm saying you should at least learn the CCNA course. That is mandatory. Now, can you please tell me, did I miss any of the technology or any of the things that is available as of today? I've simply covered all the things or all the job roles that are available in market today. Hacking to DevOps to cyber security, cloud computing, system admin, wireless technology, service provider, security. All this makes our internet. All this makes our business. All these things comes together and they, form a computer network. So see, literally for all these things, what you do in your career in coming weeks, months, and years, my friend, CCNA is indeed the base for you. You know, when I started the career around 14, 15 years before, like I said you before, I was smart enough to go in a particular process. I did my CCNA, Microsoft servers and the Linux servers. Then whatever technologies, whatever advanced technologies I did after these particular technologies or after learning the CCNA, it was very easy for me to understand and easy for me to learn the other technologies. Okay. Let me just take you to a cloud computing account. We are not discussing anything about cloud today, but let me just, take you to this AWS account. This is the aws.amazon account here. And can you see there is a service called VPC, Virtual Private Cloud here. If I just go to this VPC service here, friends, see here, Virtual Private Cloud. In this Virtual Private Cloud, you will be learning about networks. You'll be learning about security. You'll be learning about IP addresses. You'll be learning about NAT gateway. You'll be learning about route table. You'll be learning about internet gateway. But are we going to learn in great details or without the knowledge of CCNA, can you understand everything there? You know what I do in AWS classes is when I go with the AWS classes, I'll just take some extra sessions in AWS so that at least people can understand the concept of VPC service, one of the most important service in cloud. But my friend, after taking some extra classes also, I can feel people are still having few doubts actually. People are still confused in few of the technologies. Okay, let me just show you one more service here, EC2. This makes things more easier for you to understand. You know what I'm doing here in cloud? I'm launching a server. Okay, so I'll just give the name as, let's say, test server. Now see, the first thing it is asking me is to select the operating system. Which operating system? The Windows operating system or Linux operating system. Then it is asking me to select the network settings. Do you know anything about network? Do you know anything about firewall? Do you know anything about these services? Where we are learning about networks, firewalls, and services in great details? CCNA. Got it? This is the importance of CCNA, my friend. Okay. So before I go to the Linux administration, let me just show you how to do practicals of CCNA. There is something called Cisco Packet Tracer. Actually, this is a simulation software that you need to install there. After installing this CCNA, Cisco Packet Tracer, you will get many options here. I'll explain this in great details in coming classes. But as of now, this is your router here, my friend. You can see the router is booting up. So this is a simulation we need to use, and just say no, say enable, say config t, let's say host name as India. This is my India router. What I did here, I just configured something in my router actually. This is the way the router configuration will be there. You may feel like, okay, I'm entering some commands here. How many commands I entered here? I said enable, I said config t, configure terminal, then I said host name. I just entered 3 commands. You know, maximum how many commands we are learning actually? In CCNA, we are approximately learning 35 to 40 commands actually. Out of these 35 to 40 commands, I've already entered 3 commands here. So practical wise, CCNA is, we have to do many practicals, but every day you will be learning 2, 3 commands. That's it. So this many commands. So let's say maximum. If I just add few more commands here from the advanced concepts, let's say you're learning overall 50 commands in CCNA. But the theoretical part that you will understand here is, priceless, my friend. Theoretical part is the most important part. So obviously we have the practicals here. This is the way we do practicals. I hope you understood now. This is the way we do practicals, but with practicals, we have theory also, my friend. Okay, so first theory, then practical. So these are the simulation softwares we use to do all the practicals. Done. Now let us quickly move into our next part of our webinar, a next part of our package actually. Remember, this is a package where we have 3 courses, right? So the next, yeah, Sonu, you want to say something? Okay, if there is no question, please try to mute yourself. And at the end of the session, we can have some discussion there. Okay, fine. So I hope you understood what exactly is CCNA and how important is CCNA for our career now. Let us move to the next part of our webinar quickly. And let us see what is this Linux. Same questions actually. What is Linux? Who is eligible for Linux? And what to learn in this particular Linux administration? Now, when I talk about the Linux, actually, Linux is the most famous server operating system across the globe. I repeat, Linux is the most famous server operating system across the globe. I can say, around, let me just change the color here. Okay, so I can say around 85% servers on the internet or network, they are running on the Linux operating system. That's a very big number, right? I'm saying 85% of the servers over the internet are running on the Linux operating system. Okay, why this many servers are running on Linux operating system? There are a few things I want to mention here, like Linux operating system is open source. You can just take it for free and you can use it without paying any money to anyone. Linux operating system, hardly we see any virus actually. There is a virus possible in Linux, but compared to Windows, it's very rare. Okay. The other advantage here is Linux supports all the technologies which are there in market today, like cloud computing, DevOps, cyber security, or if you're a programmer, or if you're a developer, or if you're into artificial intelligence, or if you're into machine learning, blockchain, whatever technology you are in, my friend, Linux will support you that particular technology for sure. This is such a, excellent operating system we have. Okay. And then, Linux supports every hardware, every type of hardware. Okay. And, support is also there. There are some community supports available. You can simply go to internet. If you're stuck anywhere, you can take support from the internet. Okay. So these are some of the advantages we have here in Linux server operating system. See, there are 2 types of operating systems we have in market. One is called server operating system. Another one is actually client. In client operating system, Windows is the market leader. Microsoft is the market leader, either Windows 10 or Windows 11. There is no competition for Windows here. But in server, there are 2 companies actually. One is your Linux and the other one is your Windows. Okay. In this package, we have the Linux server operating system as well as Windows. We are learning both the operating systems. That means once you do this Windows and Linux server operating system, once you complete this, I can say you are eligible to get a job in 95 to 98% companies across the globe. That's a big number, my friend. I'm saying 95 to 98% companies across the globe, you're eligible for this particular server administration role. What else you need here, my friend? Suppose if I'm a doctor, MBBS, I'll get a job only in a hospital, right? I'm restricting myself. I'm not, trying to degrade anything. I'm just trying to give an example here. If someone is an advocate, that person can do practice in a court. There are some restrictions with many professions, right? But coming to the server administration, especially Linux and Windows, you're literally eligible to get a job in 98% companies across the globe. You're not leaving any company actually. Literally every company needs these people. This is such an important course to learn. Okay, who is eligible for this Linux? Every person who is seeking to make a career in IT industry, or who is a developer, or who is a programmer, who wants to become a cloud engineer or cloud architect, who wants to become an ethical hacker or a cyber security guy. All these people, like CCNA was mandatory, Linux is also mandatory. Okay, if you want to become a programmer or a developer, maybe CCNA is not mandatory. Linux is mandatory. But for all the other technologies, what I said here, my friend, CCNA and Linux is literally mandatory. I'm not asking you to go and do the online certifications. If you do the online certification, that is well and good. I'm just asking you to learn these courses. If you want to become a cyber security person, if you want to become a cloud admin, or if you want to go into DevOps, I'm saying you have to learn this courses, then you can understand all the other technologies perfectly. Got it? Now, let us try to see what we learn in Linux. See, in Linux, we learn many commands. Linux is a command line operating system. So we'll learn many commands. Then we learn something called user management, group management, file permissions, okay? How to take backups, okay? How to manage the processes, how to do automation. This is very important topic actually. How to install and manage packages, that is package management. Okay. How to do disk management. Okay. How to do monitoring. How to configure some networking services. Okay. Few more things. These are some of the just, major things I have mentioned here. So if someone is asking you what you learn in Linux or what you're planning to learn in Linux, these are the things you should learn in Linux actually. Automation, backups, file permissions, user management. These are the things you should learn in Linux. Okay. So before I see what next after Linux, let me just go there and show you how the Linux operating systems look actually. See, I already have a Linux operating system here, which is already powered on. The Linux operating system is already powered on. So let me just go there and connect to this Linux operating system first. This server I have powered on here, 9 p.m. class. Okay. See, what you see right now on your screen is your Linux server operating system. Let me just show you cat etc slash os release. See, this is the command I have just used here, cat /etc /os release. So what it says here, it says the version is 9.4. This is Red Hat Enterprise Linux and the version is 9.4. 9. Series is the latest series. You can go with 9.0 also. It is also considered as the latest series. So 9. Series is the latest series. In this, we are learning 9.4 series, a 9.4 version. And in case if you want to go with the latest version, if it is updated already, you can simply go with the latest version. It doesn't matter. Okay, so this is your Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9.4 version. This is what we are learning. Now, let me just show you a few commands here, how it works. If I say ls, it will show you something. ls is one command here actually. If I say ls-l, it will show me things in more details. If I say clear, it will simply clear the screen. Okay. If I say power off, it will simply power off the server. So these are the commands we learn actually in Linux. If I just show you the history, this is actually a server which I'm using in my, some other class, some other Linux class, which is already running for many weeks. So if I say history here, see, can you say commands? It will be something like this. Right now, this command may look a bit bigger to you, right? Like vim /etc/m.repos.d/my.repo. It may look a bit bigger. See, the commands are looking a bit bigger. But my friend, this is a class which I'm taking for last 35 days or 40 days actually. So now we have reached at this level where we can learn a bigger command with ease. But if you go just to the initial classes of this particular batch, those classes were like this actually. Date, okay, it is showing you some date. ls, it is showing you some output. Free hyphen h, it will show you some output. So something like this. So initially we'll start with the basic commands from the scratch, and slowly we'll just go to the administration part. So this is your Linux operating system, what you see. Once you connect to a company server, it will be exactly like this. No difference in the server what I'm using here or the server which is there in the company. Got it? So this is what we learn in Linux. And what next after Linux? Whatever we have said in CCNA, the same thing we can say here, my friend. After Linux, you can see yourself working on the Linux server for rest of your life, or you can go to cloud computing or cyber security or DevOps or ethical hacking or any of the latest technologies what we have. And in case, in future, if some other technology is also coming, my friend, there is no, guaranteed of any technology, right? Some new technology, some better technology can come. So if some other technology is coming, I can say with 100% guarantee with my experience of 15, 16 years, for that new technology, also the networking concepts that you learn in CCNA and the Linux server will be mandatory, my friend. So these are such a important courses to learn, my friend. CCNA and Red Hat Server Administration. So with this CCNA and Red Hat Administration, we are offering you the Windows Server Administration as a, add-on there. I have some recorded sessions. I have previously taken some Windows Server courses, some version actually. So I'll be sharing those recorded sessions. But coming to CCNA, CCNA will be live classes with recordings. Linux will be live classes with recordings. But coming to Windows sessions, it is only recorded sessions. It is only recorded sessions. So let me just show you the offer, or let me just show you the what we are offering here. So this is a package here, friends. In this package, we have CCNA plus Linux plus Windows Server, right? So I'll be handling all the three courses. Like I said, I'll take CCNA, I'll take Linux Server Administration, and Windows Server classes. What I'll be sharing with you are my recorded sessions. Actually, I'm not sharing any other person recorded sessions. Okay. So if you go with individual courses, actually, these individual courses can cost you 15, 20, 25,000. It will cost you a lot of money. But because of Republic Day and recently, Sankranti was there, because of this festival season, we are offering you all these courses. The complete package in 6,999. I'm not sure how long we can continue with this package, because this is nothing for CCNA, Linux, and Windows Server Administration. Probably only one course should be there with this fee. But for due to some reason, we are simply offering you these three courses: CCNA, Linux live classes, and Windows Server recorded classes, just for 6,999. Okay. One more thing. CCNA, I'm starting from tomorrow, Monday, that is 27th Jan 2000, 27th Jan 2025 at 9 p.m. India Standard Time. This is the time for my CCNA. And within 1 week or so, I'll be starting a Linux session also. Parallel, you can attend both the classes. And next 40 days, or let's say 45 days maximum, you can finish your complete package. CCNA as well as Linux classes, you can easily complete. I repeat here, friends, CCNA, we are starting from tomorrow at 7 p.m. India Standard Time. And coming to the Linux classes very soon, this week only, the coming week only, we'll just do some planning of Linux administration. We'll start Linux also. So if you want to go parallel, you can go parallelly, or if you want to complete CCNA first, then go for Linux. It's up to you. But what I can say here is, if you learn both the classes parallelly, first of all, you can complete course in 50 days or so. And the second thing is, it's not difficult to learn two courses parallelly. Okay. So from tomorrow, 9 p.m. India Standard Time, CCNA will start. CCNA first class will start from tomorrow night. And coming to fees again, I just want to highlight this again. The fees is only 6,999 INR. Okay, friends. So this is something about your courses, the importance of the courses and what you're learning in these courses. I have just briefly mentioned the major modules there, what you're learning in details. If you want to go there and see, just go through the, syllabus. Institute will management will share the syllabus with you through mail or through the WhatsApp number that you have provided there. Okay, so just go through the syllabus, and if you have any doubts, feel free to come tomorrow again at 9 p.m. and just try to clear your doubts. So this was the session for the day, friends. Again, very thank you for coming today. It's a holiday, Sunday, and Republic Day. So thank you. And it's your time now. If you have any doubts, questions, feel free to send your questions in the chat box. And if you want to talk to me directly, I'm available for you, my friend. Over to you now.
Shakeel, this is Raghavendra. Sorry, I just joined half an hour late to this session. I have a few doubts. First of all, my voice is audible?
Yeah, Raghavendra, please go ahead. You're clear.
Yeah. So, what is the duration of class? I mean, 9 p.m. you are going to start.
Each day
Okay.
it will be for 1 hour
Okay.
and total sessions will be around 35.
But 35 for CCNA plus Linux administration.
Separate 30 to 35 for CCNA and 30 to 35 for Linux. Both separate classes.
Okay. So, total almost 2 months, if I'm not wrong, close to like 70 days.
Yeah, if you're coming separately, then 70 days. And if you're coming parallelly, then 45 days, 40 days maximum.
Oh, no, no. I'm just coming individually only.
Okay, fine.
Uh, yeah. So once you complete CCNA, then you will start. I mean, parallelly there is a batch going on, but for who wants to do individually, once you will take up the CCNA, then you will be taking up Linux.
Exactly. Every 1 week, 2 weeks, we'll start Linux season and we will start courses every 1 week, 2 weeks. So at the time you finish your season, you'll be ready with any of the Linux batch for sure. So you can just come in that batch.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so I'll be taking cloud computing also. Actually, I was taking cloud. I have like 2, 3 batches as of now for cloud, AWS, especially Amazon Web Services. But we just, added this one CCNA course as well. So yeah,
May I know the means Linux administration timings? Like, what will be the timings?
as of now, the batch that I'm going to start, the Linux timing will be next week. Actually, I don't remember the date, but next week it is morning 6 a.m. This is the next
Okay.
batch, 6 a.m. India Standard Time. So in case if you're not comfortable with this, like I said, you after some days or after like a couple of weeks, we'll start one more batch in evening. So we'll just, try to change our schedule, one in morning, one in evening like this. But if you're able to come in morning 6 a.m., great. 9 to 10 evening with CCNA and early morning 6 to 7 Linux. Next 40 days or max 45 days, you'll be done with this particular package for sure.
Okay, sir. Actually, I'm a working person. Like, I'm working as a means customer care associate. So morning or after 9, it will be fine for me.
Okay, so this is the best time, I guess, for you. So it will be easy for you to
Mm,
attend both the classes. And in case if you miss any class for some reason, maybe like suppose some function in family or health issue, whatever it may be, we'll provide you recordings within couple of hours. Like, morning 6 to 7, Linux will be there. If you miss the class around 9, 9:30, you'll get your recordings there for sure. So you can simply go to the recording for that particular day. And for next day, you'll be again 100% ready for the new topic. So that
yeah,
is,
okay, sir.
yeah, that is the advantage you can take. In case if you miss it, the best thing you can do is you should attend every class. 50% of technology you can learn if you're just punctual to the classes, my friend. If you miss one class and if you're not revising that particular recorded session, then if you're coming for the next class, you're making things difficult for yourself. Just 40, 45 days, if you come regularly to the class on time and till the end of the class, 50% of technology is done there itself. So remaining things I'll take it, but just try to be punctual, just try to be regular to your classes. But still, if you miss any class, you will get your recordings there for sure.
Okay, sir. One thing I'm having like, do you provide any means real-time project or any project
See,
duties
normally,
in this course?
yeah, yeah, I understood your question. Normally, when you talk about project here, my friend, in project, actually, there will be multiple technologies added. Like, network and server is one thing, but there is something called storage also. There is something called database also. There is something called security also. There are many other technologies available. So what configurations we do, what projects we do are related only to the CCNA. And when you go with the Linux server administration, it is only related to the Linux. Okay, so
Yeah,
not,
that one
yeah, that
related to the.
every day we will go with a scenario type practical so that, every day may look like a project for you. That is what we can do. But normally people think about project as, all the technologies. This literally not possible for a fresher or even for a 5-year experienced person actually. It takes some time to build the complete infrastructure. But related to our technologies, yes, we'll go with this.
Yeah, okay, sir. So actually, I have passed out in 2019 like that. Then after that, I have worked as some mappings and other jobs.
Mhm.
So will this be useful for me, or do I get job like by learning these courses?
See, like I said, you in my, demo, if you're interested to start your career in the technology field, okay, anything, it can be cyber security, cloud, DevOps, server, many things are there in technology, right? You should
Yeah,
start from networks and servers. These two courses will never get outdated, my friend. I repeat, these two courses will never get outdated. Maybe certification, I'm not asking you to do the certification. At least do the courses. It is mandatory. So starting your career is from these two courses. So just imagine how far you can go in this particular career.
yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, there is a question here for any automation like Ansible. There is a automation concept in Linux here actually, but it's not completely on Ansible and all those things. And there is one more question like, JSON encoded data. No, that will be like too difficult for you to like, grab. We are not going with the JSON automation or JSON coding and the automation and all those things. In Linux, we have the automation concept. Let me just take you to the syllabus once. We'll definitely see the automation, but not what you are expecting. And for that, you have to spend some extra things. Extra things in the sense, you have to go with more advanced concepts. This is not everything, right? See here, we have this automation. We'll learn about automation there in Linux, what is needed for us at this particular level that we will learn. But you should not expect everything in 35 days or 40 days. If you just complete your server administration part in 35 days, and if you understand every topic there, that is the best thing you can do for yourself in it. Okay. So as of now, do not expect that many things. No one will cover those things, and that those many things are not needed actually. And in case if you want to cover each and everything of all these things, then you need to spend around 3 months for CCNA and 3 months for Linux server administration. Whenever you do course, the courses are designed according to the job requirement. For example, I'll just take a very simple example here. If you want to come in a city like Hyderabad, I'm sitting in Hyderabad now. If you want to come in Hyderabad and if you want to become a chef, one of the most common requirement in Hyderabad is you should know how to cook biryani, isn't it? But suppose imagine you're somewhere in Tokyo or you're somewhere, suppose let us say in Sydney or somewhere in Brazil. And if you want to become a chef, will it be the same requirement for you? No. So we just need to understand what is a requirement in companies. No company will see how did you learn everything in CCNA or not? Did you learn everything in Red Hat server or not? Did you learn everything in cloud computing or cyber security or not? No. They will test the knowledge of a person based on few topics. If that person is good on those few topics, that person will be good in all the other topics, my friend. So this is the way you should approach any technology. If you're learning everything from these three things, what you see right now on your screen, CCNA, Red Hat, and Windows, you should spend nearly 18 months to learn everything. And after completing all these things, many more things will change. So technology will evolve, right? So just try to understand this small point here. Try to learn what is needed for you as of now. Okay, don't try to learn everything in the technology. You're simply wasting your time. Just try to see the market requirement, just try to see the company's requirement. If you face after this course, let's say after 2 months, you're facing interview in Australia, Europe, India, China, Russia, Singapore, Japan, North America, South America, Africa, Dubai. Just tell me any country. If you're facing interview there, you know, 9 out of 10 questions, 9 out of 10 interview questions in all these places will be same. Got it? So they are simply testing us on few things. If you are good in those few things, remaining things we need to learn by ourselves. For remaining things, you can learn with time actually. Okay, friends. So yeah, this was the webinar. Hopefully tomorrow. Let me just, yeah. Okay, one more good question coming here actually. So can we prepare certification by following these courses, CCNA and RHCSA? Listen, my friend, if I say without learning these courses also, you can write certifications. You know, when I did my CCNA certification, the online certification actually, there is a very simple method we need to follow. And that method is to do any online certification, my friend. You just need to follow something called dumps. What are these dumps? I'll give an example. Let's say these are 320 questions. You know, in examination, there will be multiple choice questions actually. So when you see multiple choice questions, you know, things have already become easier for us, right? Okay, so there are multiple choice questions in exam. And how many questions will come in exam? Let's say around 55 to 65 questions will come in exam. So today, if I say, listen, these are the 320 questions, multiple choice questions and answers. Go home and prepare these questions and answers. Just memorize, mug up, whatever you do, you can do this. And when you go to the examination, how many questions will come in exam? 55 to 60 questions will come in exam. And all these 55 to 60 questions will come from these 320 questions only. Well, is it difficult to write your exam now? No. Learning the technology is the most important part of your career, my friend. Examination is one of the easiest thing you can do. The person who is taking the exam, he will see your certification and he knows already, right, how you did the certification. You just prepare the terms and you go there and write the certification. Certification is not getting the job for us actually. Certification can get a interview call, that's it, but certificate will not get a job. The understanding what we get of that particular technology will get a job for us. So when they ask you a question, they are asking you a question related to a technology just to test your knowledge. Okay, they may ask you certain commands that whether you remember them or not, but overall, they will test you the understanding. If I say what is DNS server, if I say what is EIGRP protocol, if I say what is, VLAN, they will test you on these particular topics so that, they know whether you know the technology or not. So coming to the examination, my friend, any examination, whether it is Windows or Linux or Cisco or Microsoft or, cloud or cybersecurity or anything, without dumps, you should not go for exam, and preparing dumps, you cannot fail your exam. So from where you take dumps, how you prepare the exams, that's a different discussion. Hopefully we'll see in coming classes. But as of now, this is the way you should write your exam. 320 questions and go for this exam. I have trained many people actually in my last 13, 14 years of career where, people have already completed their exam. Then they came for this course. Sounds crazy, right? The reason is, suppose I have a friend who is, preparing for CCN exam, for example. I take the questions, I just prepare like him because I'm just, memorizing the questions and answers. I just prepare, I go and write the examination. I am certified now. I'll go and learn the course. I have seen many cases like this, my friend. So exam is not a big deal. Got it? But yes, you can simply write your examination for sure by preparing dumps, not by learning course anywhere. Just do CCNA for next 1 year. Every day, 8 to 10 hours spent practicing, learning, theory, all these things about CCNA. And when you go to the examination, you will simply fail the exam actually, because there is a time restriction there. So there's the reason I'm saying prepare dumps and go for the exam. That's it. Okay, so
Okay, thank you, Shakil, for providing that. I have a couple of questions. Sorry for holding you. Uh, One is after completing this CCNA, so Linux administration will also starts by 9 p.m. or it will be starting different.
it can start at 9 p.m., it can start at 10 p.m., or it can start at evening 8 p.m. It will be evening. If it is in evening, it will be at this particular slots. If it is in morning, 6, 7, 8, 9, this will be the slots for me actually for classes. Early morning or evening after 6, anytime.
Okay, and one more thing is videos you are giving, right? So those are for lifetime access or any expiry date will be there for those
I
videos.
think expiry date will be there. I think it is for 1 year or 11 months. I don't know exactly. Just try to confirm with the management, but there will be expiry date. But my friend, just attend the classes regularly and watch the videos once. That's it. For rest of your life, you will remember CCNA as well as your Linux. See, if you take the videos for next 3 years, or if you keep these videos for next 3 years, after 3 years, certainly something will change in Linux. So these videos will not be useful for after like 2 years for you. So for next 6 months only, in next 6 months only, if you just repeat these videos at least once, that will be great for you. That will be more than enough for you, my friend.
Okay. And one last question. Suppose due to some circumstances, I'm unable to attend this batch. So batch shift is there for
Yeah, yeah,
next.
yeah, that will be there. That's not a big deal. You just need to inform the management. You will get the number, management number for sure. So just try to inform them. Hopefully they will just, arrange everything for you. It's not a big deal.
Okay. And today's video will be, can you send it to, I mean, mail
Today's,
IDs?
yeah, today's video is actually available on YouTube. It will be uploaded on YouTube within 1 hour. DurgaSoft people have a YouTube channel, DurgaSoft Software Solutions. So there it will be uploaded. After 1 hour, you can just go there and revisit it in case if you need some more clearance. You can just go there. So it will be available there. After 2-3 days, they will make a batch, and in that batch, they will make a Google Drive, and through that Google Drive, they will share the videos. For next couple of days, videos will be available on YouTube, but after like 2 days, they will be shared directly with the registered people.
Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
Shakeel.
Yeah, fine. Amit Sahu. Yeah, thanks a lot, Sahu. Yeah, fine. See, every day chat box will be open actually. So if you want to make sessions more interesting, the session should be more interactive. If the sessions are interactive, it will go a bit deep actually. I need something from your side. I'll be asking few questions. I'm expecting more questions from yourself. Obviously, in coming classes, questions will be related to that particular topic only. But still, I'll be expecting some questions from your side, and you should expect questions from my side, and I'm expecting answers from your side as well. So this way we can make
Sir,
sessions more interesting.
actually, I'm having doubt. Like, you're using a Cisco packet tracker, but some other person using a Juniper packet tracker. So, will there be any difference?
Juniper is another company, my friend. Like Cisco is a company that manufacture routers and switches. Juniper is also a company. It comes at second position in a way. So Juniper have their own simulation
Packet
software.
tracker. Yeah.
Technology wise, IP addressing, routing, switching, this technology is same in either CCNA or Juniper or CCNA or JPNC actually. They have some other name. Technology wise, it is same, but simulation wise, it is different. So we are
Mm.
learning CCNA, so we have to use Cisco packet tracer only.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay, and there will be few commands actually which will be different in Cisco and Juniper.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, fine. And coming to the Linux, I'll try to start in evening, my friend. But as of now, the time is in morning 6 a.m. because we already have some people who are coming in AWS classes, so they have already registered for this CCN, registered for the Linux administration for morning 6 a.m. So this batch will be morning 6 a.m. But I'll make sure of a couple of weeks I'll start one more batch in evening. Actually, my schedule for evening is at 9. There was a AWS batch that I have completed yesterday. So 9, I'm starting CCNA. I have one AWS batch, another AWS batch at 8 a.m. Sorry, 8 p.m. So I'll be completing this AWS batch within, let's say, 8 or 9 classes. So once I complete this, most probably I'll keep this slot available either for AWS or either for the Linux server administration. So hopefully if someone is comfortable in evening, they can join in the evening batch. But as of now, the next Linux batch is in morning. But don't worry, within couple of weeks, I'll go with the evening slot also. Okay, fine. So that's it for the day, friends. Thanks for your questions and everything. I'm here for like 30 more seconds. If anything else, we will see, or else we can stop the session for today. Okay, any placement assistance will be there. This again, you should contact to the management, my friend. But with my experience, I can say one thing in a friendly way. Your knowledge is your placement assistance actually. What you learn, how you learn, how much you learn, how much understanding you have about your technology, that itself is the, placement for you. But still, you need some some knowledge about the vacancies and all those things. So most probably you need to talk about this with the management. People may say placement assistance, or some may say placement guaranteed, and also all these things. But that's a different thing. First of all, you should know what is the technology, then remaining things will come for sure. But again, please try to contact for this particular matter.
Okay, thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you, Shakeel.
Yeah,
Have a good day.
thanks. Yeah, have a good day. Thanks again
Have
for
a good day.
joining, and wishing you all the very best. And hopefully, see you tomorrow, Monday, 9 p.m. for the CCNA. I just want to say one thing in a friendly way. If you have already decided to go into technology field, especially cloud or servers or DevOps or cyber security and all those things, just do a favor to yourself. See, where you learn, when you learn, with whom you learn, it's a different case. But just do a favor to yourself by learning CCNA and the Linux administration. For rest of your life, you'll be more comfortable in all the technologies. Don't jump to a technology directly, the latest technology directly. Just try to cover these things, then go with the other technologies. That will be, very simple and very easy for you. Okay, fine. That's it for the day, friends. Thanks again. See you
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Same link tomorrow, correct?
I don't think it will be same link. So they will share the link with you, whatever email address you have provided there, or whatever, mail ID you have, or whatever phone number you have
Okay.
provided there, they will share the link with you on that number.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you,
Okay.
Shakeel.
Yeah.
Have a good
Thank
day.
you. Yeah. Bye.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Any questions, Santosh?
Yeah, yes. Actually, with the CCNA, you're teaching only Linux, so why not the Windows Server? That one last question.
See, if I go with all the three courses of live sessions, then it will be too big for everyone actually, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It will be
Means,
like,
actually, you can provide like a Windows, Linux as a recorded videos. You can Windows Server as a live
no,
classes.
no, no. Yeah, I understood your question. I think you already know the Linux server. That's the reason you're asking this. But my
No,
friend,
actually, I don't know, but I'm
uh,
simply asking.
no,
So,
no. Windows is more easier to learn because it is graphical. Linux is compared to Windows, it's a bit difficult because it is command. So there's a reason I have to be there for the Linux classes. And Windows, if I share the recorded sessions, it will be super easy for you. It's all graphics there actually. So there's the reason I have chosen the harder part actually. Learning the Linux live is much more harder for me to, present the Linux classes because, it's command line interface. And coming to
yeah,
Windows, it is quite simple actually.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Totally, commands will be there in the Linux.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Shakil.
Yeah. Thanks a lot,
Clarifying my
man.
doubt.
Yeah. Bye.